Now, sports with Darren Winberg.
Well, Kev, since I've been tasered, I've been body slammed, now I've eaten a chili pepper contest, it's fair to say there's nothing I won't do on live TV. But with that being said, my mouth is hot. I'm gonna steal a line from Alicia Keys. This mouth is on fire. We had some phenomenal games tonight, starting in AA action between crosstown rivals Big Sky and Hellgate. And this game is going to be lit. At least that's what the kids are telling me. Chants of Go Grizz heard throughout the arena. It was only a matter of time before the Montana Grizzlies put it all together. And in the end, they did, winning 68-62 over Eastern Washington. And they're going dancing. Well, Kevin, you can see the gym behind me is empty as some dreams were crushed. Just like this Dr. Pepper can. Atmosphere is electric as I am right outside Washington Grizzly Stadium. If you guys had a nose, this would be amazing. The Missoula Osprey are hoping to bring out the brooms as they're looking to complete a 4-game sweep over the Orem Owls. I'm here with head coach Bryce Carver. Coach, we're in a weather delay. What's the latest? As you can see, it was an emotional night for the Lady Grizz. So what's next? Well, they only graduate one senior, Jace Henderson. So the future looks bright. I'm gonna be here all night, but before I send it back to you guys in the studio, I feel like I need to try a little piece from this barbecue place.
Blue Line Barbecue.
Blue Line Barbecue.
Billings.
Amazing. Back to you guys in the studio. Now, last year, Montana was a 14 seed, and this year, they're hoping to be a better one. Reporting in Boise, live where the Montana Grizzlies are back-to-back Big Sky champions, Darren Winberg, NBC Montana. And lastly tonight, we've amassed over 47,000 votes for your favorite play of the year. So barkeep, let me order up 2 shots of awesome. In the first play, we've got Glacier's Evan Todd, and he rolls to his right, stops pause, but it's Travis Pruill, who has the Juilliard School looking at him as he toe taps his way for the touchdown. Look at him go.
Welcome to Week 10 of Big Sky Friday Nights. I'm Kevin Levine alongside Mr. GQ himself, Darren Winberg. Darren, we made it.
10 weeks, 87 games, 3,311 miles, 14 Dr. Pepper stops, and not one speeding ticket. Thanks, Maritza. As you can see behind me, the field looks a lot better than it did a week ago, but there's still work that needs to be done. Thanks to Mother Nature and the due diligence of the team, they've been putting 12 to 15 hours together just to make the field about 90% better. But you can see behind me, right, center, and center still needs some work to be done. And finally tonight, Miss Mo Gym in Missoula pumps out gymnastic athletes like it's nobody's business. But one gymnast is taking her talents to the national stage in a different sport. You might be used to seeing these events on television. And Missoula native Charlie Ham is too.
I've been doing gymnastics basically since I was born.
She'll tell you it got old until she saw something new.
I put a poster up at the gym and Charlie saw it and said, "Mom, I want to do that."
Greatest obstacle course or something.
Now Charlie knows all those years she's practiced for a role of a lifetime. Ham put together an audition tape and waited for the good news.
Crazy just to hear. It did not seem real when I first found out.
But Charlie still didn't know what she auditioned for. And then they told her it was American Ninja Warrior Jr.
And then they told me like that I was gonna be on it, and I like freaked out.
So Charlie and her mom put together a ninja gym for her to train in, where she took her gymnastic skills to the ninja course. Not having a ninja background didn't slow Charlie down.
I was impressed with how many kids from across the country actually train in ninja gyms and compete in ninja gyms. So the fact that she went out there and did as well as she did was amazing.
Charlie's ninja journey has only just begun here in the Missoula Mountains, and she hopes it will continue to the Hollywood Hills.
Kids grow up dreaming of playing professional baseball, but only a select few make it to the majors. That doesn't stop thousands of players from putting in long hours and riding buses through the night to make it to the next game. NBC Montana's Darren Winberg finds out what minor league life is all about and what really matters when you're on the road.
Buses, bags, and boys being boys. The life of a minor league baseball player.
If finish a 7 o'clock game, don't get back to the hotel till like 11, and then you gotta go back home, drive overnight 5 hours, back to Missoula, and then we have another 7 o'clock game the next day.
Kevin Watson Jr. has been playing baseball his whole life, but admits it's hard sometimes.
There's days where you gotta play with like 3 hours of sleep, but it's all about being mentally tough. You gotta bring your A game every day.
Being mentally tough carries these ball players through the ebbs and flows of a season that gets lonely at times.
But yeah, staying in touch with family is huge because it's being away from home for so long, it keeps you grounded.
My family's been very supportive throughout my high school, college days, and even now. I mean, I'm all the way on the other side of the country, and they've been nothing short of supportive, and there's not much more I can ask for from my family.
Having a family makes everything better. And Corsi just became a new dad.
I get home here and it's 11 o'clock after a long game, and it's 1 a.m. back home, and I maybe get 10, 15, 20 minutes to talk to my daughter and my girlfriend, but it's worth it.
After all, the sacrifice and the dream of baseball is a family tradition.
Second baseman, number 11, Cam Corsi.
Born long before either player swung a bat.
This is where I'll cry because I lost my dad 2 years ago, his grandfather. And I just wanted to play college baseball and see what happens. My dad said, we're going to watch him play on TV one day.
Words don't describe how proud I am of him. His work ethic and just his discipline, and he set this goal for himself at a very young age, and I came along for the ride. I figured it was my job as his mom to get behind him and support him as much as I could and give him the opportunity to pursue it, and I'm ridiculously proud of him.
The minors might be long hours and far from family, but
eating McDonald's cheeseburgers in the middle of the night and then having a 10-hour bus ride back to quote-unquote home makes it all worth it getting to come out here and play baseball every day.
Whether you spend a lifetime in the minors or get called up to the big show, these two will tell you there's still no place they'd rather be than here on the diamond. Reporting in Missoula, Darren Winberg, NBC Montana. Anytime Nicole Haverland comes home, it's special. Haverland is an Olympic hopeful in rugby, a sport that wasn't even her first love.
Basketball, 100%. I wanted to play Division I. I wanted everything to do with basketball.
She played Division I basketball at West Point, but her mind kept circling back to a sport she didn't even start playing until she was a sophomore in high school.
Didn't even know about rugby, really.
But rugby offered something a little different.
Definitely the physicality.
Her family always knew Nicole had an inner strength, even as a child.
This kid bloodied her nose, cross-faced her. She left the mat crying. She's 7. And I'm like, you don't have to wrestle again, babe. Well, she didn't like me saying that. And so she went out there again and beat everybody the rest of that day and actually got to face that same kid at the end of the match. And I said, make him feel like he made you feel. And she did. And she won.
She debuted in the World Series in Atlanta with a shot at the Rio Olympics. Then, word came.
You will not be on the Olympic roster.
So Nicole knew what she had to do. Get back to work.
You got to be a little weird. I mean, I was always getting looks or questions like, why aren't you coming out to party? Oh, it's because I want to wake up early in the morning and go hit the gym.
And even now, she's so regimented. It's she's given up a lot. Eating candy or eating bad food, she's not. So it's been, yeah, it's a sacrifice that she wants to do, and we're so proud of her.
So with work still left to do, Nicole hopes the next letter she gets will be different.
It's exciting to think about. Goosebumps.
And her family will be there with her every step of the way, for her and for Team USA. Reporting in Whitefish, Darren Winberg, NBC Montana.
In the words of Jim Jones, we fly, no lie. Ballin' is Hellgate. No one could stop Abe Johnson down low. And Raleigh Worcester hits from the top of the key. Then Bridger Deaton from the corner. Swish! To go up by 8. But Big Sky, they would fight back as defensively as Dylan Sandry with the huge rejection. And you know, Sandry is swatting this one, especially when I edit it that way. But Hellgate was too much in transition as Deaton hits a streaking Dylan Host for 2. And then off the steal, the big man with the two-handed flush to put Hellgate up by 10. And Johnson's turn to step up defensively. He says, not in my house, son. The Eagles would come back as Dylan Brewer with the and one and the bucket. And then Camden Lawrence from downtown would cut the lead to 7. But Raleigh Worcester on the drive gets fouled and the three-point play. And if some is good, more is better. As Worcester, he nails the 3 from up top and would nail the coffin as Hellgate would run away with this one, 69-33. To girls action we go as KECI Davis from the corner and the lefty drills the 3-ball from downtown. And on the ensuing possession, Chastity Foote answers with the 3-ball of her own. Then it's Corbin Sandow with the friendly roll as she hits from the corner. Eagles trail by 8. Now driving down the lane, it's Emma Blakely with the jump pass to Lauren Dick, and Dick hits the 15-footer. And defensively, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 rejections there by Hellgate. And that defense, along with Baylor Sailor, with the deuce, Hellgate would go on to win 60-44.